And hello YouTube, this is Thomas Judge back once again with another and in some ways final installment of my ongoing weekly series Valiant Till the Last, in which I read and review every single deluxe edition hardcover produced by Valiant since 2012 and all the non-collected series as well. Over the last 70 odd weeks, we have gone through every single deluxe edition hardcover and every single spin off, every single out of continuity series, every single thing that's non canon. We've gone through all of it. And now, today, this is the last series that I think we're going to be reviewing and looking at. Today's series is Valiant High. Valiant High was created by writer Daniel Kibblesmith. The art is by someone called Derek Charm. It was released in 2017 as a digital only comic by Valiant and was later re-released in print in 2018, but is only available as a trade paperback. It's a four-issue miniseries, and the premise of it is that it's an alternate version of the Valiant universe, where most of the characters are either high school students or faculty members at Valiant High. Now, I have honestly been looking forward to this quite a lot. Um, there's lots of reasons for that. I mean, I do like kind of gritty realism in my comics. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Imperium, for example, if you look at the Valiant universe. But at the same time, there is a streak in me that I do like really funny, child-friendly, family-friendly kind of comics as well. And especially if one is a satire of the other, it's just a personal taste, personal predilection. I really enjoy that. So, for example, one series I've always been a huge fan of is a series called PS238, and I have done a video on that of little known comics you should try. And within that playlist, I've done an overview of PS238, which similarly is about a high school or primary school in that case, with kids with superpowers, faculty members with superpowers, and it kind of riffs and makes fun of existing comic book tropes. And I really enjoy that sort of stuff. I was hoping Valiant High was going to be a similar thing, but focus entirely on the Valiant universe, and in many ways, it is. It has main characters like Livewire, Exo Manowar, Ninjak, but they're all as teenagers, and they're all as teenagers kind of dealing with teenage issues, teenage strife, all that sort of thing. Toyo Harada is the principal. Shadowman is the caretaker or the custodian. It's it's a good, quirky, fun kind of Elseworlds alternate version of the Valiant universe. Now, I'll be honest, I went into this with kind of a sneaking suspicion that this was going to end up tying in to the mainstream Valiant universe, that it would end up being in continuity. So something like, an issue 4, Livewire would wake up and realize she was plugged into a Vine torture machine, and her mind had made this kind of like weird alternate universe scenario to defend itself, etc., etc., etc. We know, we've all seen the Twilight Zone, we've all seen Black Mirror, we've all read comics where these sorts of things happen. So I was kind of thinking maybe that would be the case, and there would be some kind of twist like that. I'll just tell you right now, there is no twist. This is exactly what it says on the tin. It's an alternate universe version of the Valiant universe. It's done really respectfully. It's done really nicely. It's very indulgent of all the characters. It's a lot of fun. It's well drawn. I mean, the art is much more juvenile than the art for the rest of the sort of mainstream Valiant series, but of course that's absolutely in keeping. It's a more juvenile series, so it should be like that. Um, yeah, it's good and it's fun. It's only 4 issues long. It would have been nice to have had this as be a bit longer, something a little bit like, I don't know, Gotham Academy over in DC. It kind of has a little bit of that feel. So if you like something like Gotham Academy, um, then yeah, definitely check this out. I enjoyed it. Whilst I had initially kind of planned to get this made in a custom hardcover, just because I love the idea of it so much, having read it, it's good. It's a lot of fun, but it's not good enough to go to all that kind of effort for, so I'm not going to do that. Um, but yeah, good comic. Nice way to end out the Valiant reading. That's 70 odd weeks of reading done. There is no homework for next time. There are going to be a few more videos in this series, which I will probably make the day that I actually upload and drop them. Actually, in fact, I want to keep it as up to date and relevant as I can. The next video is going to be about a few series that people think exist but don't. So vaporware, if you can think of a better term than that, let me know. Then we're going to have a final overview of my up-to-date collection. And then, right at the very end, we are going to talk about what the reading map for the Valiant universe should be. I know for quite a lot of these videos in the early days, I was showing my kind of reading map that I was building up informally for myself. I think 20 or 30 weeks in, I just suddenly kind of realized that I was going to end up making an actual reading map for everyone. If that's the case, I wanted to put a lot more effort into it. So I've been kind of working on that behind the scenes. It's a bit tricky because I'm trying to work out a better and more accessible way of making a reading map than my previous methods. Um, but yeah, I guess everyone's going to see that over the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time for the first of the wrap-up videos on this Valiant series. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, please follow me on Twitter at I am Thomas Judge, where I will post a daily review of whatever comics I've been reading. You can get an idea of what I'm up to on the channel. And as always, please support the channel by heading over to Amazon.com and checking out my prose novel about superheroes. It's a completely original piece of work. The first episode in it is called Arrivals, and the series as a whole is called No Gods or Kings. You can find an excerpt of that on my website, nogodsorkings.com. Until next time, everybody, stay classy.